Okay, friends, today we're starting a brand new chapter, chapter 11, and we're going to be talking about measurement. So more specifically, today we're talking about liquid measurement or volume. And volume is just the space that a liquid or a gas takes up, like the shape that it occupies or contains. So if we take a look at our water bottle, if we're talking about how much this water bottle can hold, what we're talking about is its capacity, the amount of liquid that this container can hold. And one of the units of measures that we are going to talk about in this lesson is the liter. And liter is just a way that we measure liquid. It's one way. We also use milliliters, but we'll talk about those a little bit more in just a second. Okay, so if we talk about liters as a unit of measurement in the metric system, then we need to figure out what exactly is a liter. And so what I have here is a liter of water. And I went and found 3 containers to figure out if we can estimate whether I'm going to be able to fit a liter inside these containers. So I'm going to move my liter out of the way really quick. So here's my first container. You can see that? It actually has the measurements on there. There's one. Here's a measuring cup that I use all the time. You might have seen something like this in your own kitchen, but there's that measuring cup. And then I have what maybe you've also seen. We use it for medicine. And there's my other container. So, my first container. Do I think that a liter is going to fit in this container? Probably not. So, for my medicine, let's call this a medicine cup. My medicine cup, I don't think that a liter is going to fit in there. My measuring cup, maybe, looks pretty good. I might be able to fit a liter in there. And then my other big container, I'm pretty sure I can fit a liter in there. Let's find out. Okay, so I added a little bit of blue food coloring so that you could be able to see the water a little bit better as I pour it into each of my containers. So what I did was my measuring cup, I estimated that it would hold about a liter. So I put an X under the about. My bowl, this is what I'm calling my bowl, I estimated that it's going to hold more than 1 liter. So I put an X under the more. And then for my medicine cup, I estimated that it's going to hold less than a liter. So let's start with the measuring cup. Okay, I just wrote cup on the page because I didn't have room to write a measuring cup. So here we go. I'm going to pour it in. I'm going to see if I can fit the whole thing in there. Nope, not quite. I still have some left. So I'm going to write under my measure, my actual, I'm going to write that it held less. Okay? So let's see if I can pour this back in here without spilling it all over the counter. Okay, next I'm going to use my bowl and I'm going to see if I can fit 1 liter of liquid into my bowl. Okay, so in my estimate, I estimated that my bowl would hold more than 1 liter, and that was actually true. So I'm going to write under my measure under the actual, I'm going to write more. Okay? Now, I'm going to go ahead and say that my measuring cup definitely holds less. My measuring cup would be good if we were measuring in milliliters, which is what we're going to talk about next. Okay, turn to page 634 with me, and let's look at the top of the page. Right over here. Now, to measure liquid capacity of smaller containers, we need to use a smaller unit of measure. A smaller metric unit of capacity. Now remember, I said capacity is just how much space or how much volume it takes up in the container. A smaller metric unit of capacity is a milliliter. So a dropper holds about 1 milliliter of liquid. Just like we did in the liters, in order to understand a milliliter, we need to understand what exactly a milliliter holds. So over on number 1, it says, it's asking us how much liquid is a milliliter. About how many milliliters do you think a teaspoon holds? Now remember, for larger amounts of liquid, we used liters. Now we're talking about much smaller amounts of liquid, so we're talking about milliliters. So we'd think about things like a dropper and a teaspoon. So how many milliliters do you think a teaspoon holds? Do you think it's going to be 1 milliliter? 2 milliliters? I'm going to guess that it's about 1 milliliter. Now, what about a paper cup? I'm going to guess that maybe a paper cup would hold 6 milliliters? What about my medicine dropper or my medicine cup? I think that one's going to hold 5. What about a pool? How many milliliters do you think my pool would hold? I'm going to say 1,000? Let's find out. Okay, I'm back in my kitchen. I have my liter of water, I have my medicine cup, and I have my teaspoon. Remember I said that I thought that a teaspoon was going to hold 1 milliliter of liquid. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill my teaspoon, and I am going to empty it into my medicine cup until I reach 10 milliliters. See it there? Okay, so there's 1. See if I can't do this with one hand. Hold on. Here we go. And 2. And I'm just, can you see it? Just about there. I'm holding it kind of sideways so it's not reaching the line. But if I were to put it flat on the counter, I would be at 10 milliliters. So how many teaspoons did I use? 2. So I'm going to write 2 right in that space. So together, about 2 teaspoons have the capacity of 10 milliliters. So what is the capacity of 1 teaspoon then? Well, if it took me 2 teaspoons to get to 10, that would mean that 1 teaspoon is about 5 milliliters. Okay, so I'm outside now, and sorry, Ethan, I totally did this for you. Just kidding. This is the only thing I had that was close enough to a paper cup. Okay, so it says how to estimate how many milliliters are going to fit into a paper cup. So I'm going to use my little medicine dropper, or my medicine cup, I should say, and I'm going to see how many milliliters I can fit in there. I'm going to fill it up to the 10 line so we can count You can skip count by 10. So there's 10. There's 20. There's 30. There's 40. And maybe I can get 10 more. Let's see. There's 50. So in my cup, I actually fit 50 milliliters. Okay, I'm gonna dump that. Can you guess where I am? Okay, so now, just so that I want you to see how much an actual milliliter is, I'm gonna pull this up here, see if you can see. Maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna use a medicine dropper. So let's look at our medicine dropper. And right there, there's milliliters. See where it starts at the 1? This is 10 milliliters. I can fit 10 milliliters in here. So 1 milliliter is actually about that much. Not very much, huh? Now remember when I said I wonder how many milliliters would be in my pool? Let's see. Now, if I were measuring the capacity of my pool, do you think I would want to use milliliters, or do you think I would want to use liters? What would make more sense? So when we're talking about large bodies of water or large containers of water, we want to measure those in the largest unit of measure for liquid, which would be the liter. Okay, so but if we're measuring small containers like the dropper or teaspoons, then that's when we want to measure it in milliliters. Milliliters are much smaller than a liter. Okay, so now using what you know about liters and milliliters, I want you to go ahead and do page 635 and 636 and answer those questions. I think you can do those without me walking you through them today. And it's just about trying to figure out what would you use to measure the liquid in different containers. So if it's a large container, then remember you want to use liters. And if it's a smaller container, then you're going to want to measure that in milliliters, okay? Don't worry about doing the homework page 637 or 638 today. I just want you to practice using liters and milliliters on page 635 and 636. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next lesson.